What's going on, family? It's David Mensa here with Light Power, and in this video we're discussing what does it mean to be a warrior. What does it mean to be a warrior? Listen, family, this is life, and in life things happen, but how you respond to how things happen will give you the title of a warrior or a warrior. Well, which would you rather be? Well, it's not too hard to realize that a warrior is someone who's stuck focusing on the negative aspects of what they experience. So how can this be visualized? Well, just look at someone who's going through life but not getting what they really desire, and they're not able to focus on what they're going after rather than what they are experiencing. And this, what happens is, it takes the mind from a positive state into a negative state, and you continue to see that thing or those things that you really just don't want to see. The things that you complain about, the things that you mope and groan and cry about, the things that you wish would not be, you still focus on them. So they're going to continue to show up, and they're going to continue to tap you on the back because you're thinking about them. So how can we fix this warrior problem? Well, first thing we have to understand is worrying is a process, and we get stuck to this process because we're habitual creatures. So what's going on is we're focused on looking for negative things because we've spent so much time looking for negative things. So then how do we now fix this? Well, the first step that has worked for me in my personal journey was quieting my mind. Okay, quieting the mind causes for those thoughts to be less loud in your head. And what does that do? Well, it gives you the opportunity to think slightly more clear so that you can make a different decision. Hopefully you don't worry, complain, or anything else that provokes negative thoughts. So the first step would be to clear your mind. How do you do this? Well, first thing, you could do something with your hands. If you're a knitter or you sew or you like electronics, you take things apart, you like painting, drawing. Things like this cause the mind to be focused on the present moment rather than the past or the future. So using your hands into something creative, something that you enjoy doing, is a very, very great way to quiet the mind. Number two is you can focus on the thing that you actually desire and meditate on that thought. Meditate on the thought of arriving to the place that you wish to be in life. It can help you stop thinking about if you're good enough, or if you need to try again, or if you whatever. But I hope you really understood these two things. But what we really have to understand is that our worrying, or our habit of worrying, is deeper than just the situations and the circumstances that we just talked about. It's deeper than that, because if your parents, if they worry and they do this out loud, then you'll learn how to do it from hearing them, rather than focusing on something to learn in the situation. Well, why is this? Well, if you think about being a warrior, someone who's fierce, someone who goes in for the fight, someone who takes the win, then they also go through negative circumstances. They also have bad situations that comes into their world, but they deal with them in a different way. Well, how do they deal with them, you might ask? These kind of characters, these fierce, strong, brave, and brilliant people, they're able to realize that in every situation, there's something worth understanding, because every experience is just that, an experience. So if you have a negative experience, but you can see something positive within the negative experience to use for a future moment, then that actually provokes the mind to align itself with a higher clarity on the situation, rather than I wish it this, I wish it that. You get where I'm going with this? The warrior is someone who has the mental comprehension to know that all things work together, number one, and number two, another man's trash is another man's treasure. So if you see this situation to be bad, it's your sight. It's not the thing being bad or not, it's your sight. So what do we have to focus on changing is the sight. But that also helps out, that also comes with calming the mind, because you calm the mind by choosing what you see and choose what you focus on, and that makes other things less visible in the mindset. So this is great. Now we know that warriors focus on the things that they don't like and talk about them out loud, even though when you do this, you create more opportunities to find that by which you don't like. And number two, we know that true warriors experience negative things too, but they have this mental clarity to know, or I would just say they have this understanding of life in a sense that all things work together. And this provokes a new thought, which is you can find something good. And I'm not saying that you should find something good in things that have never been good. That's not what I'm saying. But if you have the opportunity to control your focus by utilizing a different perspective, then why don't you? Because the moment that you do, you just now have overcome one new situation, previous from the last. So you have this everlasting opportunity to improve, this everlasting opportunity to grow, because this is life, things happen, but how you respond is what really happens. And that's your responsibility, or being responsible. Being responsible for the circumstances that happen means that you take the grit and you choose to do something with it. So don't get too stuck in all the thoughts, all the negative circumstances, and all the stories that you tell yourself about how hard life really is. Because the moment that you choose to take it hard, you just realize you just used every single failure as a stepping stone rather than a throwing stone. You're throwing them at your dreams, family. Well, with that being said, family, I just wanted to drop this for you guys so that you can use it to clear up your mind, so that when we have great conversations like these, we have a lot to share. Wouldn't it be great? Anyway, I'll check you guys on the next video. This is Light Power, David Mensa signing off. Don't worry, but be prepared by being a warrior. And I'll see you again on the next video. Peace.